Tell you what, your boy's doing well. He's hardly been on the ropes at all. Do you think he'll go the distance?
I think he will. I think he's quite entertaining. Everyone loves his screams. He's doing really well. He's overcoming his fears. I mean, I couldn't imagine him, you know, around spiders and snakes, but I think he's doing pretty good.
I think a lot of people at Faryal were surprised. There he is, you know, world champion boxer, and yet absolutely terrified of the critters out there. How surprised were you?
You know what? I wasn't surprised at all. I remember we went for our honeymoon and we went to Langkawi, and I had fell asleep in the taxi ride, and they mentioned that there would be snakes at night sometimes in the forest. So the next day we had to leave. We had a 4-night stay and we actually stayed 1 night. So I wasn't surprised. I thought he couldn't last 4 days, but he did really well. He's making us proud.
He's also making you laugh, isn't he? He's funny.
I actually had to rewind the taxi bit about 3 times because it made me laugh that much.
And he's genuinely frightened, isn't he? He's really not making this up.
He is. Yeah.
Now, when you say you've got you say you watch him every night, and the family comes around, who gathers in front of the telly to watch the show?
Sometimes I watch it at home with just me and my daughter after I put her to bed, or she comes running out and screams "Daddy." She knows exactly which letter he's in when they put up the celebrity. And sometimes I go to Amir's parents' house. We all get together and we watch it there.
This has been a really tough year for the two of you. You've been on this morning before. You came on your own, you came together to talk about the problems you've had, the family feuds. The two of you split up. There were accusations of both of you having affairs, and this was all very publicly played out. And now we see he's in the jungle and you're writing love letters, you're back together. How are things with you, and how are things with the family? Because that must have been quite difficult to mend that.
You know what, we've left everything in the past, and, you know, with the baby coming, and we're just looking for a brighter future, and that's really it, you know. Just hoping for everything to go smooth. I have my baby, and that's my main focus. And Amir's career, really, just to get him back on track and start boxing again.
And Faryal, is that why you're not in the jungle, because you are heavily pregnant?
I'm not just yet heavily pregnant. I'm quite petite, so I don't show quite soon, which is great. But because I'm pregnant and I do feel a bit sick sometimes, I think it's a really long flight. So hopefully when Amir's back, we can go on a shorter flight and go on a holiday. After the jungle, I think he needs a holiday.
Yeah. So tell me, does it make you love him more when you sit in front of the telly and you see what he's going through, and you see him in that precarious danger, and you see his humour, and you see how...
Big spiders on his back.
Do you actually go, I love him?
You know... you know, when I do see that he was getting voted quite a lot to do the trials, I think he got voted 3-4 times in a row. I felt so bad, and I was praying that he doesn't get voted again the next day, and he got voted again and again. I feel so bad when he's doing the trials, but the days he's not doing the trials, I find it so boring and not entertaining because no one screams like him.
What about...
So it really does hurt my heart. It makes me...
What about Strawberry Gate? What did you make of Strawberry Gate? So off they go, him and Ian, and they win the strawberries and cream, and then they ate them before going back into the camp. What did you make of that?
You know what? That's not something Amir would do, so I was absolutely shocked. I actually had my mouth open for about 2 minutes. I guess he was really hungry. I never knew he liked strawberries so much, so I'll make sure I have them ready for him when he comes home. But I think, I don't know, I guess they were just all hungry and frustrated, because usually he's quite sharing. Like, in the beginning, he gave his meal ticket to Stanley, and then he gave his chocolate to Kez. But I guess that was the beginning, and the hunger wasn't really getting to him. So I don't know if it was a bit of banter or what, because it's not something Amir really would do.
Or a game plan.
I mean, everybody, we talked about your lovely letter to Amir, and everybody's had their letters from home, and it's always a very emotional time for them all. It's a very emotional thing to watch. And after your letter had been read to him, Amir did talk about mistakes he'd made, how he was feeling about the future. What did you make of what he said?
You know, I think we all make mistakes, and you just have to learn from them. And again, just, you know, forget the past in the past. If we dwell on the past, we'll never move forward. So that's it, really. Just hoping that there's a brighter future ahead and there's light at the end of the tunnel.
And what have you got planned for him when he comes home?
You know what? I'm hoping we go on a nice sunny holiday with no forests or snakes. And then hoping Amir's going to probably have a good fight next year, and 2018 hopefully he'll be back in the ring and doing what he does best.
Do you think he'll add another title to the collection that he has already with King of the Jungle?
For sure. Let's see. I think he's the king of the ring. I'm not so sure about the jungle, but I think he's gone really far. I really didn't think he'd last this long.
No, he's doing great. It's so good to talk to you, and it's so lovely to see two of you back together and happy, and we wish you well with everything, and a happy Christmas to you and the family.